plus 10p plus 20p all the way to £50. And the answer is £88, 88 pence. Can you imagine that? If you were to add all of the individual amounts of money that we use at the moment, the total would be £88 and 88 pence. It's an interesting number because you've got the same digit being repeated 4 times, £88, 88 pence. And the other answer to the question that I gave you earlier was, how can we make £50 and 5 pence using only 4 amounts of money? Well, one way to do it is to add £20 plus £20 plus £10 plus 5 pence. That makes £50 and 5p. I'll say it again, £20 plus £20 is £40, plus £10 is £50, plus 5p is £50 and 5 pence. But there's another way that some children, some people forget. We can make £50 and 5p by using a £50 note, a 2p coin, another 2p coin, and a 1p coin. That makes £50 and 5p. I'll say it again. A £50 note, a 2p coin, another 2p coin, and a 1p coin. That makes £50 and 5 pence. So it's all about the arithmetic. It's all about the reasoning. It's all about the maths this afternoon, year 6. It's all about you and what can we give you to help you with your learning. So I've touched upon money. There's another area that I think is really important that a lot of children ask me about, and that is time. And a lot of children are asking me about the 24-hour time and the 12-hour time. Okay, the 12-hour time is what we call analog. So if you were to see that word in one of your test booklets, the analog time is the 12-hour time. And the 12-hour time is the time that has got either AM or PM. AM is the morning and PM is the afternoon. That is what we call analog. Now, the 24-hour time is what we refer to as the digital time. That's the 24-hour time. And sometimes when you go to the train station, you sometimes see that big red clock hanging above your head. And it's got on there 16 colon, that's the 2 little dots, one under each other, 16 colon 45. That means it's 1600 hours and 45 minutes. So you've always got 4 digits, 2 before the colon. And remember, the colon is that 2 dots, one underneath the other. And then you've got another 2 digits after the colon. And 1600 hours is another way of saying 4 o'clock. So 1645 really means 4:45. Is it AM or PM? If we go past the number 12, we've gone into the PM. So 1645 is 4:45 PM. But if you are answering a question, you would not put 1645 PM. You would just put 1645 because the person looking at your paper or reading your paper would understand what that means. Okay? So please remember, children, that you've got your 24-hour time and you've got your 12-hour time. And you need to be able to convert between the two. This evening, I want to give you a question that involves using the 12-hour time and the 24-hour time. I'm going to read a question out to you, and then once again, if you want to answer the question, if you want to have a go at talking about the question, If you're not too sure about how you convert between the 12-hour and the 24-hour time, give me a call. The station number is 07956 819 838. I repeat, 07956 819 838. You can call in, you can ask me. If you are a teacher and you've got an idea or you've got a strategy or a method of helping our young children, why not give me a call? If you're a parent and you want to know how to support and help your child with their learning, you can also give me a call. If you're a young person in year 6 and you want to ask me a question or you're not too sure about something, then you can give me a call. And we are here to help, and we are here to support, and we are here to direct you as well. Here's my first question. It's like a reasoning question. You're going to need to use certain bits of knowledge. You're going to need to make them work together. And remember what I always say, you do need to have a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen to answer these questions. So if you haven't got a piece of paper and a pencil, you can get one now. But I'm going to read the first question out to you and then have a go at answering. If you're not too sure, you can give me a call. If you want to ring in, you can give me a call. If you want to send me a message, you can give me a call, send me a text, and I'll be able to help you. Here goes. I'm going to start baking a cake. I'm going to bake a cake at 13:15. I'm going to take the cake out of the oven at 2:40 p.m. How long has the cake been in the oven for? I'm going to repeat it again. I'm going to start baking a cake at 13:15. You're going to need to convert 13:15 into the 12-hour time or 24-hour time, and I take the cake out of the oven at 2:40 p.m. How long has the cake been in the oven for? I'm going to give you about a minute or so. I'm going to play a little jingle in between. If you want to give me the answer, think about it and give me a call. Flex, when he moved across, I could hear him moving across on that mic. Is it on?
No, it's not. No, that mic's on.
Because I heard, when Tim was moving across, I heard his coat on my... Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I hope you can all hear me. I'm back. Okay, so the cake goes in the oven at 13:15 and it comes out of the oven at 2:40 p.m. Okay, let me explain to you how to answer this question. Now, you can do it in two ways. You can either convert 13:15 into the 12-hour time, or you can leave 13:15 as the 24-hour time and convert 2:40 p.m. into the 24-hour time. I'm going to leave 13:15 as the 24-hour time, and then I'm going to convert 2:40 p.m. into the 24-hour time. Now, in my mind, 13:15 is 1:15 p.m. How do I know it's 1:15 p.m? I know because 13 is 1 hour more than 12. And I know that 12 is midday. 12 p.m. is midday, the afternoon. So I know that 13:15 is 1:15 in the afternoon. We've gone past 12 o'clock. Now the cake, it comes out of the oven at 2:40 p.m. Now, I want to convert 2:40 p.m. into the the 24-hour time. I know that 2:40 p.m. is the same as 14:40. It's not 14:40 p.m. It is just 14:40. So, how are we going to solve this problem? Well, the cake went into the oven at 13:15. And as I said, that is 1:15 p.m. If the cake has gone into the oven at 1:15 p.m. and it has come out of the oven at 2:40 p.m, how long has it been in the oven for? Okay, let's start somewhere. You can use a time number line to help you answer this question, but we're on the radio and there's a time limit, so I'm going to show you how to do it quickly. From 13:15 to 14:15, that is 1 hour. From 13:15 to 14:15, that is exactly 1 hour. And another way of saying 1 hour is 60 minutes. Now, I need to count on from 15 up to 40. I can use my 5 times table to help me, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to use the fingers on my hand, and I'm going to count up from 15 to 40. So 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I've counted 5 lots of 5, which is 25. And 15 minutes plus 25 minutes gives me 40 minutes. So my cake has been in the oven for exactly 1 hour and 25 minutes. So year 6, children, I'm explaining to you how you can get answers really quickly and really efficiently. Today's show is about what we can give you to help you with your learning to prepare you for your maths SATs next week. I believe it's on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But as I've said to you, there really isn't anything to worry about. We do not want you to worry about what mark will I get? What if I don't get this mark? Can I pass or fail? Children, it's not about passing or failing. By now, you have all been notified, you've all been told about the secondary school that you are going to be going to. So you really, you do not need to worry about anything, okay? Okay, right. I've had a question that's been sent to me. Someone has said that they are annoying the radio show, but for me, that is not annoying the radio show. I'm happy when you call in, and someone has asked me 2 questions. Question number 1, the first question is, what do I enjoy most about teaching maths to others? I think that's a really good question. What do I enjoy most about teaching maths to others? And that's come from a young person called Kwaku. Kwaku, I do appreciate your question, and I'm going to answer your question because I think it's a really important question and it's a really sensible question. What do I enjoy most about teaching maths to others? What I enjoy most about teaching maths to others is I feel really excited and inspired when I have been able to help a young person learn something new or to learn something that they didn't know before. I feel really pleased when a young person says to me, I get it. I understand it. That's what makes me happy. The fact that I have been teaching for a long time and that I am able to give what I have learned over the years back to a young person, because we are talking about the future generation and we want all young people to be numerate, and we want young people to be confident with maths, so that when they leave school, primary school and secondary school, when they go to work, they will get the best jobs. That's how we want our young people to be. So I think, Kwaku, that first question that you asked me was a really, really good question. And you've asked me another question. What inspired me to choose maths as a career? I think that's a lovely question. Well, there's a bit of a story behind it, and I am going to tell the story because I think young people need to know about what makes me Mr. Numbervator and what makes me love maths and to teach maths. When I was in primary school, I had a primary school teacher, and her name was Mrs. Tate. And she took me through from year 3 into year 4, into year 5, and into year 6. So I had one teacher for the last 4 years of my primary school. And this teacher, Mrs. Tate, she was phenomenal. She was outstanding. And I tell everyone that Mrs. Tate was the best thing that happened to me in my life. Why? Because she showed me how to love maths. She showed me how to appreciate maths. She showed me how to use maths in my everyday and in real life. And there was one thing, Kwaku, that she taught us and that she did that still sticks in my mind to this very day. One day we went into school and I was in year 5, and when we got into school she said to us, right, gold class, we were called gold class then, I want everyone to come into the hall. And when we went into the hall, she had laid on the floor big sheets of white paper. And she said to us, all of you are going to draw around each other. You're going to draw around each other's bodies. So one by one, we lay down on the floor, and then one of our friends would draw around us, draw around the outline of our body, and then I would do the same to one of my friends. And then when we'd finished drawing around the outlines of our bodies, she gave us a ruler, and she showed us how to measure the length of our arms, the length of our hands, the distance between our hands and our shoulders, the distance between our knee and our ankle. And to this day, I got really excited about maths. But do you know what? That teacher, on that day, she sowed the seeds for me. She made me enjoy maths. In secondary school, I had a brilliant secondary school teacher who further developed that and made me want to do maths. I left secondary school, I went into college to train to be a teacher, 4 years training. I specialised in maths and drama, and here I am today. So Kwaku, the questions that you sent me were absolutely amazing. I really hope that I've answered your questions. And you can never be annoying. You can never ever be annoying. Please feel free to call in whenever you want to call in. And Kwaku, I wish you all the best in whatever you're doing with maths. But your questions were really, really valid, and they were absolutely brilliant questions. Thank you very, very much indeed, Kwaku. And I'll be back in about 30 seconds. Welcome back, welcome back. Now earlier I played a little jingle there about the Mr. Numbervator maths comic that I'm doing with Sovereign Comics. And Sovereign Comics are an amazing, outstanding company, and they make comics. They make educational comics. They are reintroducing comics to young people. And you have to see the comics to believe them. Teachers, head teachers, CEOs in charge of authorities, you need to see these comics, because not only do these comics come on their own, they also come with work activity books. So children read the comics, they understand the comics, they love the graphics, they love the drawings, and then they have to do real maths activities, problem solving, reasoning, arithmetic based on learning. We've got comics to do with equivalent fractions, multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1,000, healthy eating, making the right choices in secondary school, making the right choices in primary school. Sovereign Comics. I'm going to be playing the link later on in the show, but it's all about making education fun, reading a comic, but not just reading a comic, but learning by doing and learning by reading. Earlier, we had Kwaku, who sent me a couple of questions about what made me get into maths and why I like maths. Week by week, you've been hearing me talking about maths in the news. Last week, we had someone really special, Mr. Hines, who was talking about drawing every building in Greater London. Yep, some of you will remember the interview. And I was talking to him about if he feels he's going to achieve his aim, and how long it was going to take him, and how long it takes to draw one building. My maths in the news today is quite topical. It's quite interesting, because maths in the news is talking about transferring from primary school to secondary school, and what happens when you transfer from primary school to secondary school, and how does the mathematics curriculum change. That is what I wanted to talk to you about this afternoon, Year 6, parents, teachers, whoever is listening. Year 6 is the final year of primary school. Year 6 is where children do their SATs, and today's show has been about the SATs so far. And Year 6 is about transferring from Year 6 into Year 7. And most children will be 11 years old, and they will be leaving their primary school, and they will have been notified about the secondary school that they have been accepted and that they will be going to. Now, a lot of children ask me, what is maths like in Year 7? And that is the beginning of Key Stage 3. Primary is we've got early years, reception, then you've got Key Stage 1, then you've got Key Stage 2, and then you've got Key Stage 3, and Year 7 is the first year of Key Stage 3. Well, it's interesting. There are a lot of similarities between what we teach in the primary school and what is taught in the secondary school. In the secondary school, you will be taught a lot more about understanding about percentages and fractions. You will be using it more and more. It will mean a lot more to you. But transferring from primary to secondary is a big jump, but it's quite an exciting jump. I'm going to pause there. I've got a caller on the line. Good evening, caller. What is your name and what is your question, please? Yeah, hello, good evening, caller. Yeah, can you tell me what your question is, please?
My name is Kylan.
Yep.
And, I wanted to ask
Right, you want to ask about the arithmetic paper. Okay, Kylan, let me tell you about the arithmetic paper, okay? The arithmetic paper is all about the 4 rules. It's about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The arithmetic paper is about percentages of whole amounts. The arithmetic paper is about short division. You might call it the bus stop. It's about long division. The arithmetic paper is about multiplying with decimal numbers, dividing by decimal numbers. So the arithmetic paper, Kylan, it covers all of the topics that you have been taught by your teacher in your school. Is there any area in particular that you wanted to ask me about, Kylan?
Yeah, like about long division.
Long division. Okay. Now listen, Kylan, I'm going to give you a little tip, and this is a tip that I always tell year 6s. Division really means repeated subtraction. Division means repeated subtraction. So for example, Kylan, if you've got the number 300 and you want to divide 300 by 15 as an example, what you could do is you could take 15 away from 300 and get 300 and 285, and then take 15 away from 285. You can keep on taking 15, 15, 15 away until you get to 0. So if you're worried about long division, you can get the answer by doing repeated subtraction. Has that helped you a little bit, Kylan?
When I do long division questions, I'll think about that.
Yeah, you can think about repeated subtraction, but I'm thinking that when you've been taught long division, have you been taught to put the remainders at the top or to come down in a column underneath the dividend part? How have you been taught long division in your school, in your class?
I like filling it by the number that you're about to divide.
Okay, so if, for example, you've got long division and the number that you're dividing by, which is the divisor, is 16, have you been taught to write the 16 times table in the margin?
By the side.
At the side, yeah? Okay, and that's a very, very good method and a very good strategy to help you, Kylan, because once you've got your 16 times table written down, then it does help you to be able to get the answer. Okay, so Kylan, has that been helpful? Okay, now Kylan, I do happen to know how good you are, okay, and I do happen to know that you are quite good at long division. So I don't want you to worry about long division because you know enough to be able to help to be able to answer any question with long division, Kylan. Okay, as long as you put the actual 16, 32, 48 and so on, as long as you put that in the margin to help you, Kylan, I know that you're going to do really, really well. Has that been helpful, Kylan? Okay, can I just wish you all the best for next week? Are you looking forward to it or not looking forward to it? Yeah, because Kylan, if you've got that confidence, you will do well. As I said earlier, it's not about what you can't do, it's about what you can do. And just by talking to you, Kylan, I know that you are going to do really, really well. So I'm going to wish you all the best. And Kylan, next week or the week after, will you come back and let us know how it all went, please? Okay, Kylan, listen, thank you very much for calling in, and I wish you all the best. And your family are looking after you and they're making you who you are. So thank your family for me because they're doing a really, really good job. So well done. Thank you, Kylan. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, that was Kylan asking me asking me about arithmetic and long division. Do you know what, listeners? What makes me really happy is when I've got a young person who rings in and talks so eloquently. That means just talks with confidence, the speech, and that is what makes young people, because it's exciting. And all young people, you are brilliant. You've been through a lot with school closure because of COVID, but look how far you have come. Your teachers have worked so hard with you, and I just think you're amazing. And I just know people in government, people who write the questions, they need to realise that you have worked so hard. You've been through a lot and you deserve the best. That's the reason why we've got this show for year 6, year 5, year 4, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11. It does not stop at year 6. We cover the whole range. You might be in year 3 and want to ask a question. You are more than welcome to call in. It's 18:23, which means we've only got another 7 minutes of the show. Very quickly, there's a couple of areas that I want to make sure that you young people, you know about and you understand. And this one is to do with 2D and 3D shapes. Now, there's one area that I'm seeing there's a lot of confusion when children are talking to me and when I'm working with children and when I'm teaching teachers and when I'm training teachers. I always say you must get this difference across. And the question is, what is the difference between a cube and a cuboid? What is the difference between a cube and a cuboid? If you know the answer, or you think you know the answer, or you want to have a go at the answer, give me a call. 07956 819 838. Chalk Hill Community Radio Station. It's the only radio station, the number 1 radio station where we are bringing maths to you, listeners. We're taking maths out of the classroom and we're bringing it to you. There is no other station on the airwaves apart from Chalk Hill Radio, community radio station, where there is a maths show. We are the first. And it's about giving you what you need to know. It's about empowering you with your maths. Back to my question, the difference between a cube and a cuboid. Okay, first of all, they are both 3D shapes. That's the most important thing. Now, the cube is interesting. It's got 6 faces. Each of those faces is a square. So a cube has got 6 faces and each face is a square. A cuboid has also got 6 faces. But guess what the difference is? Some of those 6 faces are rectangles. So the difference between a cube and a cuboid is that with the cube, all of the 6 faces are squares. With a cuboid, you've got some of the faces, 4, usually 4 of the faces are rectangles and the other 2 ends are squares. So if you are given a question next week about the difference between a cube and a cuboid, please remember where you heard it first. They are both 3D shapes. A cube has got 6 faces. A cuboid has got 6 faces. However, the cube has got 6 faces that are all squares. The cuboid has got 4 faces that are rectangles, and you've got the 2 ends which are squares. We're coming to the end of this afternoon's programme. I don't like when it comes to the end because I could go on and on and on talking to children, talking to young people, taking questions, taking text and emails. This show could go on because it's all about giving you, the young person, what you need to know about maths. We are empowering all of our young children. Chalk Hill Community Radio Station with Sovereign Comics and me, Mr. Numbervator. It's about making maths come alive. It's about making maths real. Can I just give you all Year 6 pupils, I'm wishing you all the very, very best for next week. On Wednesday, you've got your arithmetic and you've got your reasoning paper too. I know you're all going to walk it. I know you're all going to do really, really well. Don't worry. Do not panic. You've done enough, you know enough, and you are good enough to do well. And not only that, I know that you're going to be great as Year 7s. Read the question, make notes. You are allowed to make notes, but don't make notes over the barcode as you've been told. Make notes on the paper. Underline the key important words, use the right language, and if it says identify one item, make sure you identify one. If it says identify 2 items, make sure you identify 2. Read the question, answer the question. Good luck to you all. It's been another great, successful maths radio show with me, Mr. Numbervator, Chalk Hill Community Radio Station, Sovereign Comics. I look forward to hearing some good things from you next week, because don't forget, next week's show I'll be helping you to get ready for the reasoning paper on Thursday, which will be the next day. Good luck to you all. Over and out, and thank you very, very much. Have a great evening. Good luck and goodbye.